I'm excited for Resident Evil Requiem or Resident Evil 9, however you guys want to say it. But I have been very excited for this game ever since its announcement back in like what 2024-ish or late 2024. I'm not too sure. I have no idea when it was uploaded, when it was announced. Shut up. But yes, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and I've been a fan since technically Resident Evil 4, but also unpopular opinion, or it's not really an opinion, but I haven't played the remake. I will get to it though. But yes, I've been a Resident Evil fan. I love it. Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village is possibly one of my favorite modern Resident Evil games that has been, released. And I do need to get back to replaying Village because I only played through that game once. And I feel like I haven't given it enough credit. And I also didn't play the DLC. Man, I've been slacking. But yes, we are here today to talk about the Resident Evil Requiem showcase that they had today of this day of this recording. But I have some opinions about it, and you might not like it. And I'm sorry if you don't. So let's get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
First things first, the visuals for this game are what the fuck? In a good way. I really thought that this would probably look like Resident Evil Village, but I don't know, maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it, but they really updated the physics and the graphic fidelity of everything. It looks really, really good, and I'm not a huge stickler for my Resident Evil games need to look amazing. They need to look like the next evolution of game. No, but they've done their job with this, and it looks really, really good. So honestly, I am very pleased with how this game looks, and it looks just gorgeous. One thing I did like is that you can switch between Leon and Grace. I like that they made that a huge decision with the gameplay aspect, is that Leon over here is the action, normal Resident Evil 4 type feel, and then we got Grace, who's the modern times of what Resident Evil has been, with the scared, hide in the corner, run away from people or whatever, and decide whether or not you want to shoot this person or you want to run away to conserve your bullets or stuff like that. I really like that idea, and I do like that they're leaning more into that and letting that be the new norm for what Resident Evil games are going to be. Will it work for this game or Resident Evil? I don't know. We'll fucking see. I don't know. I'm not fucking CEO of Capcom. Speaking of the gameplay for Leon, it is a huge, and I mean huge, improvement from just Resident Evil 4 itself. I do like that you can pick up the enemy items once they're down, as far as there was one time where the one enemy had a chainsaw. After you killed him, you can pick up the chainsaw to kill another enemy, and I love that. There's also very good strategic moments with Leon, as far as where you're at in the level asset and how you can use that to your advantage, which I do think that would make the combat a little bit more versatile and have multiple different outcomes. So it's really strategic in how you're thinking about how you're going to take down these enemies. So I like it. Do you like it? No? I didn't ask for your opinion. Well, technically I did. Whatever. And on the side of Grace, she can craft from enemies' blood to use as a weapon against them, which is I was mind blown. I was wait, what? Wait, you can take their blood, infuse it with the other things that you have in your inventory to then use it against them and make them explode. What? That was cool when I saw that. I was what the fuck? So I did like that take, and they're making her a little bit more crafty, no pun intended. They're making her a little bit more crafty, knowing that you really can't use your bullets, your gun all the time. So you're gonna have to find different ways on how to defeat these enemies, and I like that they added that to not just being oh, you gotta sneak around, you gotta run, and I love that. So good on you, RA team. Is that what they're called? Or am I just making that up? I don't know. One thing I was worried about, because I saw that there were two different like camera styles, where one was the first person and the other one was a third person. And I was like, wait, does that mean that we're gonna constantly be switching between first person and third person? That's gonna make me throw up. So I don't want that, like just switching constantly between the two. That's gonna make my head spin. But they confirmed today that both Grace and Leon can both switch in between at any time between first person and third person. You just have to change it in the settings, which I really like. And I'm glad that you can choose if you want to just stay with first person, or you just want to go with third person, or if you want to switch it up and do one person first person, the other person third person. And if you want your head to spin and you want your head to hurt, then go ahead and do that. I am really happy for that they're giving us the option to do that. So I'm very proud. I'm very happy for that, because that was my main concern looking into this game. All the previews that we saw, I was just like, are we gonna have to like keep going back and forth? And I don't know if I'm gonna like that, but I'm glad that they give us the choice whether or not we want to be third person or first person. I mean, first person or third person. I can't talk tonight. Guys, I just got off work. I'm tired. And now we're gonna get into the segment of this video, which we're gonna talk about the product placement. It was dumb. Like, first, okay, I have a little bit of a bias because it wasn't that bad for me, but they announced that they have a partnership with Porsche, and they showed off this car, and I'm like, oh, are we gonna be able to drive a car in Resident Evil? Like, well, that's a first. Like, they made this big moment. Like, they were like, yeah, we partnership with Porsche, and like, oh, like, you can, like, this car is gonna be, we're really excited to have this car inside the game. And I'm just like, oh shit, so we're gonna be able to drive the car. And they're just like, it's just in the game. What? Yeah, that kind of rubbed me off wrong. I was just like, even though like that is like one of my favorite cars, I love Porsche, but I just feel like it being put in the game is just for the sake of like product placement and money. I mean, everything's about money. They're a company at the end of the day, but it just felt weird that they gave it a big moment, and it spent like maybe about like a good 3-5 minutes talking about it. I did not care. They also said something about these watches that both Leon and Grace will wear is by Hamilton Watches, which I'm not a watch person, so that was my first time hearing about the brand Hamilton, and I thought Alexander Hamilton, and then I thought about the Broadway show, and I thought they were like going to have a musical edition, but it's watches, apparently, so that's not what I thought it was. But again, product placement, why do we need it? It's just, it's giving me Final Fantasy 15 again, with the cup of ramen, and why did we have to do that, guys? They're also putting out a deluxe edition, and with it comes a lot of costumes, and I liked the ones particular with Grace dressed up as Lady D, which I really did like that. It's just a nice little touch, and I think there's some for Leon as well. I'm really excited to see if they're gonna come up with any more costumes later on in the future, maybe like a DLC, just like a fun little thing to make people come back to the game or whatever. I don't know. I'm pretty sure people are just gonna mod the game anyway. Yeah, I do feel like this is going to be free later on, or charged at a certain price later on after the game comes out. It's not just gonna be a deluxe edition type thing. Games have been doing this for years, so we'll see. But I did like the nice touch. I forgot what the price was actually. If I remember, like during editing, I'll put it on the screen of like what the price was, or if they even announced the price at that. But I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be nothing within like the $90 range or something like that. But we'll see. Nice little touch. If you like Resident Evil that much, buy the deluxe edition. Alright, because I don't want this video to be too long. Speed round. The figures that they're going to announce, going to release later on, they look amazing. Usually Capcom comes up with some really, really good looking figures that you can collect. So if you're a collector of figures, go for it. But yeah, they also announced that the Switch 2 Pro controller is going to have a special Resident Evil Requiem edition, which if you have a Switch 2 and you want your Switch 2 to explode while you're playing this game, go ahead, have fun, but will not be me. They're also saying that there's going to be a special amiibo for Resident Evil Requiem, which they have not shown. what the fuck is the point of announcing if you're not going to show it? But yes, they're going to have an amiibo. They're going to talk about it at a later date, so we will have to wait for that. Also on the Switch 2, Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village will be on Switch 2. If you, again, want your Switch 2 to explode and look shitty, have fun. Will not be me. No, I'm good. They've also announced the Resident Evil Symphony, which I'm going to try to go to because I love Resident Evil music. So I'm very excited. I went to the Sonic Symphony and I had a great time. So I'm pretty sure it will be the same thing for the Resident Evil Symphony and I will have a great time. So cannot wait to go. Gonna try to nab some tickets. They ended off with a little tease about the virus that's going on in the game, which is Elpis, which is how Grace's mother had passed away, but they didn't say anything, so I was a little bit confused. I was like, okay, are we supposed to like get hype off that, or are you guys just like teasing for like the next showcase that you guys gonna do? Like, probably not, because it's almost February, so I don't know, whatever. But I guess we'll just have to find out when the game releases, which is on February 27th, 2026. Overall, I really honestly just give this showcase like a C+, and that's me being generous. I feel like half of the time was just product placement and the rest was just kind of stuff we already knew with just a little bit more spice to it. And honestly, they could have just released it as a video. They didn't have to do this big like, oh, come to the live and should be at the showcase and like you can't miss it. And I'm just like, I did miss it because I was at work, and then I just watched it on my break, and I really didn't feel like I didn't need to be there for the live. I kind of would have been disappointed if I was like live streaming my reaction or something like that, but whatever. But yeah, I'm still excited for the game. I can't wait to play. As you guys know, I will be doing like a couple like gameplay videos or whatever, just like to throw up on here. I don't know how many, or if I'm gonna do like play the full game. If you guys like it, if you guys are fucking with it, then yeah, I'll keep doing it. But I probably would just do like a couple episodes and then play the rest by myself or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I just want to talk about Resident Evil Requiem because I'm really excited for this game. What do you guys think as far as the showcase or the game? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Feeling here we that thing sure got ugly. Rock out your